Good morning, is it even morning? It's afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. My name is Krisha, and I am going to be taking over today's Bitcoin analysis video. Now, what is there to talk about? Honestly, nothing. Like, it's been doing literally nothing. It's been in this 12% zone for the past, I don't know how many days now. But yeah, we're still in the same zone. 8,700 all the way to 7,700. We did lose one of the major levels in that, which was the 8,200. So we're going to be going over that. In addition to, well, there's been like this certain kind of bullish pattern that's been playing out on BTC quite consistently, I might add, on the lower time frames. Specifically, I'm going to go over the 4-hour. So I want to go over that because we are in a similar pattern even today, and this pattern breaking to the upside is going to mean that Bitcoin takes back a few very, very important levels. So we're going to be going over this today in addition to the Bitcoin dominance and the altcoin market cap chart. We're just going to have a quick recap on what's going on that end. And yeah, if this is something that you find interesting, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible because honestly, looking at Bitcoin's price action, it hasn't done anything spectacular. It's just been sort of ranging in the super, super low volatility range, which is about 12%, all the way from 8,700 to 7,700, and we have that 8,200, that smack in between, which we lost today, by the way. But, before we go over that, I wanted to kind of go over the lower time frames because, like I said, there's been an interesting pattern that's been consistently playing out on the lower time frames. Now, I'm going to specifically pick the 4-hour, but I'm sure you can spot this on the 6-hour as well, or the 8-hour, or the 8-hour. But yeah, just to kind of keep it simple, I'm going to just play with the 4-hour chart. But the pattern that I have identified and that has been playing out quite consistently is the descending channel. Now, I can spot, just by looking at the chart right now, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th descending channel that we are in currently. But the other 3 patterns that played out, they played out pretty well. They actually all just broke to the upside, right? The thing is that descending channels are bullish patterns, so they are likely to break out to the upside. So that was 1, right? So let's just kind of mark them all out. Boom. That was 2. Okay, this was the 3rd one. This was like a small baby mini one. That was 3, and we are in the 4th one right now. Okay, so how did these patterns play out? Well, let's do our measured move. Okay, so the first one, yikes. Where is my tools? Alright, this is the first descending channel that we caught. Did it meet its measured move? And it did. It did. I mean, it's slightly kind of overshot, but it was there. So the measured move was met for the first descending channel. What about the second descending channel? Did we meet the measured move for the second descending channel? And we did. Now, the thing with just patterns in general, just because they have measured moves doesn't necessarily mean that it's just going to kind of go there, stay there, get stuck there, the end, game over. No, absolutely not. So a lot of times you'll see patterns break up, meet their measured move, stutter for a bit, only to have further continuation to the upside. In some cases, you might find patterns that break to, the upside or the downside, depending on whether it's bullish or a bearish pattern. And only to find resistance halfway through meeting their measured move. Now, a lot of times, like I've mentioned in the past, when that happens, these patterns usually morph into something different entirely. So these are things that you have to kind of keep your eyes out on in case they do morph into different patterns. But yeah, in this little baby descending channel that took place over here, I mean, you could even look at this as a small, tiny bull flag, right, in addition to a descending channel. But just to kind of keep this fairly simple, let's just say that this was a descending channel, broke up, had further continuation to the upside. Okay, but now I'm really, really curious. we actually meet the measured move of this flag. And the way you can calculate the measured move for a bullish flag is by looking at the pole of the flag and then looking at it from the break of the upside. And if you do that, well, we do meet the measured move of this tiny kind of bullish flag that took place on the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, we met the measured move for that. And note, guys, note that we are currently in a bullish descending channel once again that has not met a resolution. We have not met a resolution on this one, but I think what needs to be noted over here is that these patterns have been playing out quite consistently and have been breaking to, well, the upside. They are bullish patterns, so they are likely to break to the upside. And yeah, the probability for this playing out is high if past events can be looked at as a good sort of indicator. And in my opinion, I think they can. We've had 3 patterns play out and they've all broken to the upside only to meet their measured moves. So there's a strong chance that this could very well break to the upside as well. Now, so I mean, it's not necessary, however, that, you know, we sort of just Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin. So right now Bitcoin, I believe, is sitting at 8,200 as of now. It's not necessary that we see kind of Bitcoin just take a turn right where it's at only to kind of break to the upside. We could very well see Bitcoin go all the way down to 7,900, which is the bottom of this channel, right? So we could see something like this go down and maybe bounce off only to break the channel to the upside. Now, what is the measured move for this channel? So if we just kind of take that measured move over here, say we break tomorrow, it'll take us all the way to about 8,600, high 8,500, 8,600 level, right? But why am I bringing this to your attention? Because the thing with these channels, right, especially the one that we're in right now, this is what I have noticed in my morning analysis today, is that if this channel breaks up, it's going to have cascading effects onto the higher time frames. Now, specifically, what I want to draw your attention to is the daily. If this channel breaks up, it will have some major cascading effects onto the daily chart. And how so? Well, let's pan on over to our daily. Let's zoom the hell in, get rid of any rubbish lines that we don't need, right? So I'm just going to get rid of all these other kind of channels that I've drawn here for you. Okay, so this is what we have here, right? So it going up, this yellow line that I have highlighted here, I'm just going to get rid of the 21 EMA only to avoid any sort of confusion. The yellow horizontal ray that I have over here is the measured move of this current descending channel that we are in right now. And what does that mean? Why is that important, and why do I think that's going to have cascading effects? Because if you put on your cloud, in addition to this, the daily 10 simple moving average, as well as the daily 21 exponential moving average that I just got rid of stupidly, what happens? That measured move is sitting above all of these levels. We take back the Tenkin, the 10 simple moving average, the 21 EMA, as well as the 8,200 level that we lost earlier today. So we take back all 4 of these levels in one fell swoop. Now, I'm not sure if it kind of just sticks there, or we kind of meet that measured move only to come back down, maybe settle down below the 21 EMA. I don't know. Time will tell, right? But what needs to be mentioned is that we take back 4 very, very important levels in just one measured move working in our favor. Chances are, and if, like I said, if past events of past plays of these descending channels in this range, in this 12% range, is any indication whether or not Bitcoin is going to break up, I think it is good indication that, you know what, we may see that follow through to the upside. We may actually see this pattern play out. So I think Bitcoin could have a very interesting next couple of days in that we may see it take back some certain levels. However, I mean, this is all probability, right? It's always if this, then that. Trading is probability at the end. Right now, what probability is telling me is that there's a good probability that we break to the upside. And yeah, this is the information that I have in front of me. This is what we look at. But note that in today's daily close, Bitcoin, if there was a bearish sort of setup, we did lose the 10 simple moving average, as well as the 8,200 level that we have been holding for the past, how many days now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We held it for almost a week, guys, but we lost it today once again, along with losing the 10 simple moving average that we were holding for about, I think, 4 or 5 days before then as well. So that is the bearish case, but the bullish case is that we are in a bullish descending channel that could very well break to the upside. So yeah, this is just kind of got to play this objectively though, right? It's always if this, then that, if this, then that. Remember your probabilities. Remember patterns playing out. This is a bullish pattern. Know where all your levels are at. That includes your 10 simple moving average, your 21 EMA. Keep a more kind of zoomed out version. Every time you find patterns in the lower time frames, see if it could potentially have cascading effects onto the higher time frames, and whether or not those measured moves are likely to take back major levels on the higher time frames as well. So yeah, play it well. In addition to Bitcoin, I wanted to go over the Bitcoin dominance that we went over in my last video. So what did we note on the Bitcoin dominance? What did we notice rather on the Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance had this bullish descending wedge that was playing out. Guys, I love patterns. Like, I just can't help myself. I know I'm looking at wedges, I'm looking at channels, and I don't know whatnot, but that's how I kind of draw my analysis. That's how I do my analysis, to kind of strengthen it in a way. When we take back certain horizontals, certain EMAs, I look for patterns to see if there is strength in it. Are we likely to break up? Try and kind of strengthen the probability of my bullish or bearish analysis, right? It just adds additional strength to it. Now, this one, I mean, the Bitcoin dominance has been in bearish territory. If you just have to look at the cloud, we have a bearish TK cross. We are very much inside the cloud. This, however, this pattern that we're in is a bullish pattern. Now, we could very well see Bitcoin sort of, and when we caught this, when I mentioned this the last time, the Bitcoin dominance price action was somewhere here hovering in the middle, and I said that, hey, we could likely see Bitcoin dominance come all the way down to the bottom of the channel only to bounce right off, and we could have a break to the upside. A break of the Bitcoin dominance to the upside means that Bitcoin on the USD chart could very well see a break of price action to the upside. Now, this has not reached a conclusion, right? So we are still very much in this bullish descending wedge. This has not reached a conclusion. So front running anything right now is fool's play, in my opinion, because the alts also look like they're just hovering as of now, because I believe a lot of them took a hit today only to meet some of their levels on the downside. So these are all things to note. In addition to the Bitcoin dominance, I wanted to go over the altcoin market cap, because I said, well, if this, then that. Notice that on the altcoin market cap, we also have a bullish descending wedge. And I said that, hey, if the altcoin market cap breaks up, we're likely to see Bitcoin dominance break to the downside, meeting its measured move all the way to the 200 moving average. Where is that? Right, so the 200 moving average right here, guys, is the measured move for this descending wedge. So I said that right now it's all inconclusive. We gotta wait to see which one goes first. If we see a break of the wedge to the upside, it's likely that alts are gonna run while Bitcoin kind of takes a back seat. However, if Bitcoin breaks its bullish pattern to the upside, it's likely that Bitcoin is going to run while the alts take a step back. So as of now, things are still sort of inconclusive. It's too early. It's too early to say anything. We just gotta wait, gotta have patience. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So yeah, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, guys.